SKT versus G2. I talked a lot about SKT and G2's strengths. G2 tend to be their own worst enemy, and that's something that people like to say often about teams, but it can't be more true than G2 because they tend to stumble and then they tend to be very inconsistent in their performances. Standout players have been Caps and Perks. They've been the rocks of consistency, and I think G2 in terms of cohesion are just stronger than SK Telecom. SK Telecom, the part where they are the best in the world probably is team fighting. Team fighting is on a whole nother level. They understand their champions, they understand their timings. Very strong team fighting, and when they are in a draft where the enemy team needs to fight and needs to group their way through SKT, usually SKT win. We have to see how G2 recognizes, because G2 have multiple ways of playing the game. They can play through split, they can play like last time they played against SKT, they had the Pyke in the mid lane, they was pressuring, getting Prio alone. That was very unique. G2, if they find a way to step away from the SKT team fighting style, then they can do very, very well. It's very easy for SKT to lock one target down. G2 scale much better here. Not much, but like better. The value of having Mercury, the value of having items on Zyra Glid is super huge in this game. Mercury is just a game winner. Early fights are heavily in SKT's favor though, because I think they can just, in a 5v5 setting, if they straightforward, they just see one target down, Leona, boom, Faker, boom, with Nico, then it's going to be super hard to fight, to maneuver yourself. G2 need to play more of a split push game here, have Zyra come, maintain the mid tower, make sure you don't get dove. Now will be good. Okay. Okay. The action has started. G2's bot lane managed to base first, Mickey had Prio on the mid lane, and they managed to go for 1v1. Vegas still has TP, Caps doesn't have TP, so this isn't gonna be that massive of a swing. Here SKT have option to, caps. Very bad. G2 might need to look to base, but they're looking for the Khan dive. Oh, I like this. SKT looking for the natural reaction here that the enemy looks to base and then defends mid lane. The thing is, it is tricky now because G2 is going to win both sides. When you win both sides, you can create Prio on sides. When you create Prio on sides and SKT try to get Prio from mid into bot, it is very tricky to find situations where you can outnumber and dive on mid lane. So here, the hardest part for SKT is they need to find a way to break mid tower, they need to find a way to take catches. What they did just now is perfect because Perks used ult, Leon has ult on, and SKT are hovering into mid lane. Kled and Rise are stuck on sides, and this is good. This is good. Shaka Khan. G2 are playing a game of spot the inter, and Khan is the one. This mid tower is giving SKT a lot of breathing room that they got to mid tower. Allows them to walk up more and threaten a lot more, so there is still maintaining mid prio here. G2 just pushing bottom, and SKT's move now is to look to force a Nashor, but even that is difficult. G2 can find Entry very easily. Caps pushing bottom. SKT needs to look to do Nash because Khan is gonna get 1v1 Dove on bot. Very good game position here for G2. Very good. Faker matching now. That's like he gets Dove, then Khan. Khan legit just gets Dove by Rise. He does one rotational spell and then he goes again, and then the Renekton's out. They are going for the Stealer Oni and forcing bottom. And because this is strange. I don't like this. I don't like G2's decision here because I feel like the bottom inhib will always be a liability for SKT. The fact that they get Nash now is that, you know, they get 3.5 minutes of them pressuring. G2 had enough pressure on bottom. It was more than an inhib already. It's really indifferent. I think Wunder's decision to go into bottom side was incorrect. Maybe here, if Mickey just pulls the trigger, maybe they can find a kill. But Wunder is also going the wrong direction. Didn't work. When I say pull the trigger, Mickey is using ult, but maybe it doesn't make a difference. It's just that Wunder here gets body slammed. Here, this Renekton is gonna not have an easy time. Phase rush. Okay, the Spectre Skull is doing work. Spectre Skull is smurfing. I didn't see the Spectre Skull. Spectre Skull is too OP, guys. Jesus. But now the game is completely up in the air. Like, Ryze is a tank. Ryze needed Void, he needed Death Cap, and then he could 1v3 on site. This is the fight that I imagined when SKT is on Nash, because look, they're taking a lot of damage from it. It's halfway done. And this is way later in the game. If they contested the previous Nash, boom. Very important Xayah ultimate here. The root goes on Jankos, but he has Mercury. Teddy is in the back. Teddy gets flash knocked up by Jankos. Very important. Forces stopwatch right away. Caps also good TP position. He wants to fight, and G2 want to kite. Very good kiting. They survived the initial engage, and Nico doesn't get that much value from ult and flash. Jankos good stopwatch, but Wunder also on stopwatch is gonna shrink and become a little thing. Keep in mind here, you know, even though we were praising the Spirit Visage, this is a Renekton without any Spear of Sojourn, so his team fighting is not that crazy. Cleared with the E-Flash, stopwatches, and then Mickey, he was holding his load for so long, and now he's busting. Look at that, getting in. Well, actually, he didn't have ult cooldown. Look at that, Mickey. Boom, very nice, very nice. Killing all chances SKT had in the team fight there. Honestly, G2, just the way they kited backwards here, thing of beauty. Xayah was getting so much value from her feathers, and you know, Xayah did a lot of the legwork here. Perks is auto-attacking, his positioning was absolutely phenomenal. Very nice. Considering they are red side and get Xayah, you know, that is money. That is cash money. Very nice for G2 here. Very nice. Very interesting game. I think G2 on the first Nash could probably contest and find a very similar situation. I think G2 was definitely winning after G2 just managed to become stronger on side. Ryze build still a bit questionable because I think you can find more pressure through other means. SKT, I feel like they could have done more with their Nasher when they finally got it. The proactivity definitely slowed down. I felt like SKT had a good start, but then their mid to late game was very, very slow and inactive, which allowed G2 to kind of set up the perfect scenario for themselves. And what they envisioned was contest second Nash and then get in there. I felt like this was the play to go for on the first Nash, and I think G2's composition was definitely ready. Great start for G2. G2 didn't show anything out of the ordinary. Ryze pickup was good. I think what they needed to change was to pick jungle probably third. But this Raka did a lot of work. So Ezreal Galio, I like it. It's very safe here against Yasuo Gragas. Jarvan, Ryze, very strong 2v2 early. They can look to get value here. But of course, Lee Sin and LeBlanc have a very easy setup here onto Ryze. 2v2 mid is gonna conclude this game altogether, and then team fighting later. Honestly, I feel like G2 have more tools, but SKT have those type of champions that if you do mechanically crazy things, you can also win fights, and that's something that SKT have been doing the entire tournament. G2 very strong level 1 here, but this is still dangerous. Very dangerous. Effort dead. Smite for healing, Jankos. Baker. Oh! Okay. Well, that's not the greatest for the mid lane matchup. Faker in time for all the CS as well. This is a victory for SK Telecom. So here, the fact that they just invade like this, Yasuo level 1 is pretty strong too. The fact that they start the blue and SKT come from such a good angle where G2 don't really have anywhere to run, it's definitely positive. Okay. Effort should be dead here. Effort is dead. G2 chilling in the bush. That's strange, but it's working. Oh, it's working so well. Oh! Okay. So Khan was hovering into bottom using his prio for something. Good play here. Setting up a very awkward situation here for G2 because they just got a kill on bottom. They're like, what the hell is happening? We're supposed to pressure. Khan hovered into bottom and Wonder is showing on top wave. And then Caps gets cut in half here. Very nice. He has flash open, doesn't use it, and then he gets comboed down. And then the steal from G2 Jankos. You know, here if SKT managed to secure this Drake, all of a sudden, you know, you have a very good situation for SKT. You know, Ryze is on the mid wave. Jankos pressing S there, and then he's not EQing out. I don't know, he just doesn't have EQ or doesn't have flash. Just refused to back off, and then Faker gets to finish the kill to get it cleared. And then after this all happened, G2 are looking to further the fight, but LeBlanc is not such a high maintenance champion. She can easily fight without cooldowns, and Khan also had the prio from topside. Khan is taking a very interesting approach to this matchup, meaning that he's just pushing top and then hovering into mid, because the approach that everyone else has had when they tried to bully the Ornn and get the CS lead has just been so ineffective, because Ornn will be more useful than you regardless. Oh! Holy moly, look at this. Protect your neck, man. Ooh. Very nice. He didn't know what hit him. Mechanically, Klid is a monster. Early on, it seems like he is what SKT need him to be. I think Klid can easily adapt to any situations. It's very hard in the discussion of who's the best. Oh! SK Telecom, how do they need to play the game? Let's try to find a way to get back on track through that. SKT, the tricky part about composition with Yasuo always is who do you put on mid lane. Faker is the one on mid lane, and that seems to be the choice. But I guess it works because Teddy should be able to be fine against both Ornn and Ryze at this point in time with his 100% crit build. Ryze here is just chilling, taking crab, getting his favorite sushi. Could have probably gotten away if he walked straight. Caps flashes to get out of range of the Yasuo ult, Gragas ult, so he doesn't get Yasuo ulted. And then here the chain lands, and then here Mickey needs to block the E of Gragas because here Mickey is just sharing it with him. I think if Mickey walks forward, maybe Ryze can get away. But then we have Ezreal on the chase here with the red buff. Ornn is very far, and here if Perks doesn't E in, then Khan is not going to find him. Perks really needs to consider buying QSS in this game because the counters Yasuo and also the magic resist is going to be great against the LeBlanc. But here, can SKT do Nashor off of this? Because they have pretty decent champions to do it with Double Mountain. You know, the biggest reason why Conqueror is so good against tanks is not necessarily because sure, it matters that you do true damage, but it matters so much more that you actually get lifesteal. Like the lifesteal, you generate life back, and it's so freaking huge. SKT are doing this on a ping, they're just forcing this. Caps has no TP and he showed on bottom. SKT have double mountain here, this is very easy for them to go for. Boom, there's the ult, Yasuo blocks it, very nice. Jankos tries to go for steal, but he's way too late. SKT just punished the fact that Caps is showing on bottom with no TP. So they are looking to engage on effort, punish the fact that he's entering the bush, but then the wall hits and then Perks can't find a way out. I think Perks needs to get over the wall, like his E is just bad. Like here he's Eing in the wrong direction, and then he flashed, honestly, he flashed. I think if he gets over the wall, he's good, but instead he's doing it in a straight line, and Yasuo can follow a bit too easy with E. G2 are not looking so solid in the way they stole the game. SKT are using every opening that the G2 is giving them. But the game is far from over. Never is over when you have compositions like SKT's composition. But I feel like SKT is mechanically good enough to make it work. I just think here Khan with Spirit of Sojin is going to be stronger. I think he wins out. I just think this Rise build doesn't accomplish anything. It's just that what are you waiting for when you itemize like this? What is the point where you are unstoppable? You never reach it. So they go for the engage on Yasuo. Yasuo no flash. They know it, but he has stopwatch. Jankos gets peeled. Teddy still has ult on. Actually, he ulted here. He ulted. He just got cancelled. He ulted. Effort tries to find an angle. He finds caps, but no follow-up. Effort dies. And afterwards, Klid is going for end. Oh, what? Klid is going for end. Klid is going for end, and G2 have to retreat. I really don't like this Rise build, guys. I really don't like this Rise build. There's like no point where you're like, holy shit, Rise is monster OP now, guys. Even if in the moment you might be a bit stronger, it's just not worth the sacrifice of not having Death Cap and Void. This Rise build disgusts me, man. Oh, G2 do this shit fast. Very fast. Lee's looking for the steal. Oh, he gets it. He gets it. He gets it. Caps is in deep. Caps is in trouble. Good Galio Jarvan combo, but it doesn't matter because everyone's fucking dead. Oh, wow. That's a sloppy game from G2, man. That's a sloppy game. To summarize this game, it's just that, you know, SKT have a tough composition to execute. But if the enemy engages on you, they can play on mechanics, right? They can play on mechanics. The thing that I want to praise them for is still their mechanical skill, like the mechanical level of them being able to execute, like the Lee Sin kick. The team fights are hard to maneuver. If you manage to avoid the big engages here from G2, then you're going to be safe. But G2, I felt, made it very easy with all of these mistakes that they need to filter out. So, Mickey X Nautilus, Xayah Nautilus, I feel like they should be slightly an edge on bottom. But Kaiser Leona is also very strong, and the first time they faced off, Kaiser Leona was doing a lot of work. Rise first pick into Orianna. I think Rise is a high quality champion, but Orianna can set up ganks, but with the Lees, that might not be that case. Okay, Khan. That's a beautiful dive here. Boom. Boom. Jesus. That is a game winner right there. Wunder is doomed. Like, this matchup is trash. The second wave bans when the idea in the second wave was just horrible. Horrible. And this matchup is super hard for Camille. It's gonna be even harder now. Khan is gonna look to freeze, he has no flash, and then Rek'Sai has flash open, and this is gonna guarantee a kill onto Wunder. G2 are in big trouble. Big trouble. I think this draft is really trash. Okay, this is a good recovery. Good recovery. So I liked Klid using his flash instead of Renekton burning his. That's a good recovery. Elise finds a gank, trading it for Mountain. This needs to happen maybe 1 or 2 more times, and then we can forget about that nasty early game. Faker has flash. Ooh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Elise is a very unique champion because Elise can save the matchups that are bad. Can get him over that hurdle that makes it so difficult to play some of these champs. Like Kled and Camille, they have such a weak early game that Elise can compensate. And then later, Camille and Kled on 1 item, 2 item are so powerful, unbelievably powerful. And it compensates for Elise's weaker late stage of the game. And then here we have the flash of Nautilus, and it didn't do much, and then flash of Klid, no Raptors to jump to, and Jankos is gonna die here. This is kind of a silly play because they're looking to kill this monster of a tank here. This is a Mercury Thread and Ruby Crystal Rise. And G2 are looking to kill him together with Nautilus and Elise. Some other scenarios this works, but this is just unnecessary risk at all points of the game. Effort is also matching the tempo of Mickey. Mickey should know this, and Caps is also in base. Caps is in base, looking to get Blasting Wand, and this is just unnecessary from G2. Bottom tower, I don't want to counter too much because this tower is an outer tower and it's gonna fall. Probably the same as top side, but Kaiser's looking to defend. These outer towers are not that important. Fake is the one with the TP next up. He's going to walk into bottom, and once again SKT are sitting on double mountain. This time around their team composition is very good at doing Nash, so SKT can play the simple way. They don't need to play with the split on Rise. They can just play in a way where they look to use mid prio and then force around Nasher. This SKT starter Nasher. G2 Mickey is going to look to ward, pink ward. It's going down fast. It's going down super fast. At least it's nowhere to be found. Caps is looking for a steal. SKT bail. And Effort is so low HP because he's tanking the Nasher. This could be the dream fight for G2. It was very easy to be kept in hindsight and say that they should have finished, but they don't know Elise's position and they're getting nervous because of how low their HP is dropping. And that's understandable too, but here if they finish the Nash and get away, it could have been a big deal here for SK Telecom. Elise in Spider form just has too much move speed. They're going for the Cloud Drake. Ooh. SKT Faker looking to buy the right items. Ooh. So here, straight and simple, Zaya's catching top wave. You don't have a timing to pressure because Zaya's showing on top wave. Renekton pushes all the way in, and Renekton is spotting Nash. There's no pressure on Nash here. SKT have a window to gank, and Wunder was stepping up way too far when Zaya's catching the wave. Like here, if you can step up here if G2 has some kind of pressure on Nash, maybe the call here should be to go Nash instead of TPing down here. But they don't see the position of Kaiser Leona here. That's important to note. Kaiser Leona are showing up now. Leona ult falls, and then boom, here's the gang. SKT have tools to dive. The fact they have mid tower is going to stall SKT's onslaught a bit on the turret. SKT is hovering into bottom side, and SKT is stronger on every level here. Oh, this is a crazy Rise ultimate. Oh, okay, Effort. Showing his best effort to try to fuck up this game. Khan gets caught as well, together with Effort. This fight continues well though for SKT. This is a good continuation. Oh, Zaya with the root. Faker doesn't really reposition here. Faker needs to commit now and walk. So the moment Teddy commits here, he needs to have Rise behind him, but Rise is too late. Like Rise didn't do shit. It's like if I predict a player to be the #1 player in the tournament, that means I have a very high expectation of him. In my case, I predict Faker to be the best player, but here I don't feel the presence at all. You don't feel the presence of Faker in the same way as you did in the past. You don't have this gravitation towards him in the team fights. We just want to watch him and watch how he's doing it. Going on to Nash. Camille has TP, they just want to force them back off, but I don't think G2 is gonna let them. I think this is a good fight for G2. Faker getting ulted, Mickey. Oh, so yeah, the big part here is Teddy's positioning gives Camille so easy access to him. I think here if Teddy just fights together with his team, Caps should cleanse instantly. Like his cleanse is super slow. Look at that cleanse. The cleanse, whole stun, and then he cleanses, and then he flashes. So I don't like that. Nobody does. Effort's Leona ult is very tragic. And then Faker's flash here is super good because Mickey is going for. So okay. Khalid is still low HP. Gets Orianna ulted, blown up. Caps with a very late cleanse and flash. Then Wunder just flashing because he's expecting them to be in the portal. Then Faker gets a kill and one Nash for SKT. Not that big of a game changer this fight. G2 find this opportunity to push Rises in base. Wasn't in base, and then they went. Effort gets fucked in the brain here by Wunder, and then here they force the Zaya ult at least right away. You know, here with the Rise combo. So here, I think if Khan goes for perks, it's so much better. And then Teddy, once again, doesn't need to hard commit. Sure, they kill Caps, but perks is the one that fucking kills everyone. Look how much damage perks gets off here. He gets all the damage off here. Faker dies, boom. If they went for perks instead of focusing Caps here, it would have been so much better, because Caps is not the strongest person on G2. He's level 15, perks is level 16. Caps is not the one taking any of the CS. They were tunnel visioning a bit too hard, and I think the only reason Ryze dies here is because perks gets away with this. Because Orianna got his ult off anyway. Orianna got his ult off. And Faker is a very good stopwatch. Faker played this fight good. Khan and Teddy eyeing Caps. That's not the way, man. That is definitely not the way. And G2 take it home. Wow, what a fucking series we have on our hands, man. I feel like SKT's victories and their gains are mostly off of the mistake of G2. I don't think they are proactive enough to do anything crazy. And SKT get either leads through lane phase or through fights that they're able to take, or blunders that G2 are able to make. But when G2 are doing the correct decisions in terms of how they can be proactive, then it seems like they are just more lethal. You know, SKT's composition was very hard to execute, and G2 made it very easy for them to execute because of them getting caught and dying. Effort getting benched. Let's go Mata. Mata with his decision making and leadership. Might be the change that SKT need, but I think draft is so fucking won. Unbelievable how won this draft is. Who goes where? Okay, Perks on Yasuo, Yasuo Gragas bottom, Syndra mid. Okay. So here, SKT have a lot of windows here in the 2v2 mid, but I keep saying that, and no one does anything in the 2v2 mid. Keep snowballing Faker this game, 2-0, 3-0, Prio in the mid lane, spread that pressure across the map. Boom, you're in the clear. Varus Nautilus do have a fine matchup on bottom. Here, SKT's way to beat G2's composition is to get ahead early. The matchup on top is fine for Khan. He has boots and potion, bought a pink that he put on his own red buff, which is weird, I guess, but this is how you prevent Olaf from screwing you over. Teddy, no flash already, no flash. That's the E. I think Perks. Oh! Why did he go away? Axe. Whoa. Yeah, if Perks just keeps chasing. He didn't believe in Mickey. He didn't believe in Mickey. With the flash E. And then Axe. Whoa. No TP for Varus. And Caps is now hovering into bottom. Boom, Teddy. Look at that, Perks. This is how you play Yasuo good. You fucking EQR always if you can. Because the Q fucking lands and you get a stack. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mickey gets his E on 3 people. Gets out of range of Varus ultimate. Backs off. Ornn has no ultimate, neither does Khan. Faker is coming in now pretty late. Faker has no ultimate either. Khan with a stopwatch, everyone fucking survives. Khan has ultimate on now. No Ornn Horn, this is super good for SKT. Oh, Faker can one-shot him, man. Jesus. And they're making it very hard for Syndra to walk up. I'm going to just attribute this. Oh! Mata! Mata! Jesus, Mata! So SKT, the way they're controlling space this game has just been such a change of pace. They're controlling space, they're maintaining the river, they are making sure that Caps has a lot of blind spots, and when Syndra has blind spots, she can't really walk up, and a lot of great things are showing up here for SKT. They are proactive. And it's something that's been missing from SKT. Now Mata maybe is the one that activates everybody. And also here Faker on Qiyana is doing a lot of legwork, man. Faker is trying to do an ult over the wall, but here Jankos just finds him. Faker gets finished off by that flash. Jankos dies eventually. Boom. Tries to get deeper, Clid into the position with his flash. Caps dodges that Q, very important one as well. Caps with the stopwatch was super clutch. Because if we take a step back here, Khan could have for sure killed him here, but then with the CC chain here of Caps and Ornn, they managed to finish him. a good position here for G2, and G2 survived with this level of health, so the fight was still rather close because of how much Vladimir managed to accomplish in terms of damage. Okay, so let's take a look here. Everyone went so deep, and the Varus ultimate just fucking lands on everyone. And Zhonya's off cooldown, look at that. Zhonya's off cooldown, so Syndra actually gets popped by this Vladimir. This Vladimir is monster fed. Right now Vladimir has 400 AP, he activates Spellbinder, boom, 500, and then boom, you can see this E just fucking chunking Caps and Mickey right at the same time. And then here Yasuo gets a kind of a tricky position because he is going for the finish here on Yasuo, on the Nautilus I mean, and he manages to die. Khan gets the E in, and then boom, the Q lands on Yasuo, and Yasuo solo HP, and just the fact that Syndra has no freaking, she has no stopwatch is such a big difference maker here, and the Varus ultimate and the Vladimir ultimate combo just hits everyone here. Jankos does a very good job of zoning Faker again. You can see his chasing Faker off the screen, and that's super well done by Jankos, but it's just not enough because his team hard committed on the Nautilus and Varus, and Vladimir just got too much value. Right now SKT is super happy in this state, 5k gold ahead, Vladimir is monster fed, Vladimir can 1v9. So Mata cancels Wunder from using the ult with his own ult. Then Mata dies here to what looks like an Ornn Ignite. And then Khan is coming in from a flank, and Mickey E's him. Stops him from entering, gives Mickey the aftershock, but here Faker just gets fucking blown up. Like, what happened to Faker here? It just disappeared from the planet, man. it disappeared from Earth. Look at this. Look at Faker. He just disappears, man. Oof. Khan manages to get some damage off, but he didn't get the full combo on Caps. And then Teddy is going for the flash of the century, but there's a stopwatch waiting there. It was a bit too fancy here for Teddy. So Faker has been struggling in these team fights, honestly. Hasn't been too valuable on the Kiana. He roamed and pressured a lot, but in the team fight, Jankos was covering him, and in this one, he was not playing that great, honestly. So Perks is a bit too deep here. I don't like this movement here. It could have been dangerous. I think here if... yeah, Nautilus had no ult. Supreme display of skill, and the wind wall still saves him somehow because Clit cannot connect with an E. Neither can Mat connect with a Q. So Khan comes in for the all-in here, but he only catches Jankos and he has a Spirit Visage. So he survives it no problem. Vladimir has no combo now, and behind the back here, he got ulted and he's very low HP, and he gets E'd in the forehead again, boom. And then now Faker is in the mix, but he's so low HP and he gets clapped in half. I don't know why Faker's in the mix here. He's trying to clear some wards with his Duskblade of Draktar, but he's just getting smacked in half. And then the stun there on Vladimir is clutch. Varus is not in a position to fight. Neither is Perks, but it doesn't matter because Faker was just too deep. So Faker is having a very hard time of fighting here on Kiana. G2 are in a great state now to win. As long as they can survive the Vladimir burst, then all is good. I think this is the mindset of Caps' build. Survive Vladimir and I'll be good. All my teammates, they can survive Vladimir on their own. I just need to have the items to survive Vladimir. And it's working. It's working, honestly. G2 can commit into bottom as long as Perks is fine here. All is good. Ooh, okay. This time around, he denied Faker's ultimate here. You can see it. Boom. He windwall at the right time, and Perks is trying to survive. He stopped watching. Let's see what he can do. Nothing he can do. 1 for 1, but it gives SKT breathing room here. And SKT now, completely forgotten on my part, is that they have 2 open inhibs. So this could be their way in here. If Perks is dead, they're going for the Ornhorn. G2 are looking to fight. Ooh, Teddy getting stunned up. Need to remind themselves that G2 can't push too hard here on the fight. They can't push the go button too hard, but they've done enough to scare SKT away. Perks is spawning in 3 seconds. That's the information we have. Klid's getting caught. Faker no ultimate. Faker, no ultimate at all. And here you can see that Wunder is too tanky. He finishes off Klit. He's just staying in the mix. Ted is trying to punch him. Slowly, Wunder is going down, but Wunder is just buying time. That is his job here. You can see here Ornn and like Olaf and Syndra don't have enough damage to kill the Vladimir. Jankos flashes away and they get away, and Zonya saved the life of Capster. And possibly them more as well. And then Perks comes in from the back. Where does he come from? He's like a fucking little ninja here. Boom, ult, and then he takes the plant. He saves his brother. Stopwatch. Windwall could have been placed better to save Wunder. And then Perks gets in there. Boom. Holy quadra kill, and it's also the ending. G2, 3-1. The Ornn blind pick was wonderful. I liked it. Vladimir could have potentially been a ban, because if you're planning to ban blind pick Ornn, G2 made a lot of blunders this game, but they got away with them because SKT also blundered. Plenty happened. Because macro-wise, there was a lot of mistakes from both sides. And then always it came down to the late game Baron fights. I think game 2 was a great example of G2 making a lot of mistakes that SKT punished, because SKT always struggled to find ways to pressure. This game, I felt like they were finally doing something in terms of getting mid-prio, finding angles, and understanding that Caps can't really walk up on mid-wave, and then using their prio to find catches in the jungle, so that worked. By no shape or form is G2 perfect. I just feel like at the higher end of situations, they most of the time come out ahead. They make a lot of mistakes, but the level of decision making they have in some particular moments is just too fucking good. G2 is looking like a tournament winner. I think they look like a team that could be favored against FPX. I think G2 is a team that is equipped to attack someone like Domi, because they actually have team play and good mechanical players. Wow, what a team. It's gonna be fun to play against them in the CS, man. LEC, whatever you want to call it. You watched all of these videos and you watched till the end. Thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with me with my voice. I will rest up now.